Jamaica's Blue Mountain coffee is one of the most sought-after coffees in the world. The coffee is grown in the Blue Mountains in the parishes of Portland, St. Andrew, and St. Thomas between 2,000 and 5,000 feet.
This is a Blue Mountain coffee tree. When the berries are red, they're ready to harvest. When they're green, they're not ready to harvest. As you can see here, we have some lovely ripe berry. These are the trash.
The cool growing conditions of the high altitudes means longer periods from blooming to harvest, resulting in the unique flavor coffee connoisseurs crave.
On this tree, you have more than one stage as coffee. You have young coffee just start to blossom up here. Here, you have flowering for the next crop. Here, you have green coffee. Here, you have ripe coffee. When it is red, it's ready to harvest. At this stage, you would never harvest that coffee, because that coffee cannot pulp. You harvest red, cherry ripe coffee.
7,000 small coffee farmers are responsible for over 70% of the coffee grown in Jamaica. Earnings from the coffee sold brings approximately $25 million in revenue each year.
We export coffee to Japan, which is 70% of our coffee to Japan, 20% to the USA, and 10% to the rest of the world. Coffee export to Japan started in 1953 directly by Mavis Bank Coffee Factory. And that market has developed tremendously over a period of 65 years, to the extent that 10 to 15 years ago, 99% of the coffee was exported to Japan, 25 years ago in fact. And there came an aggressive strategy to diversify the market, hence now 70% Japan, 20% USA, and 10% to the rest of the world.
In 2011, Jamaica's production of Blue Mountain coffee fell to its lowest levels. At that time, only 165,000 boxes were produced.
At that time, the buyers from Japan came in and indicated that they had no inventory. So there was a rush on coffee orders that allowed price to move from 3,500 to 6,000, from 6,000 in one crop to 8,000, from 8,000 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 12,000 a box. And what we did as purchasers and exporters, we transferred the increase that we got in the market price to the farmers on the condition and on the understanding that the market would absorb, which is the final consumer. Remember now, Blue Mountain coffee is a luxury product. Yeah? You don't wake up every morning and drink a cup of Blue Mountain coffee. You drink other coffees and you wait for special occasions and gifts to pop your cup of Blue Mountain coffee. So the market came back to us and said the price moved so sharply that the consumers are refusing to buy at the levels and at the quantities that they normally buy. So demand and supply, so they ask in order for us to sell more coffee in Japan, in the USA and in Europe, we need to see the price return back to where it was over a 25 years period of time. So that's what happened.
Coffee farmers also have to face the fact that due to costs, younger people are opting to buy coffee that is not as expensive as the premier Blue Mountain brand. There is now a drive to aggressively market Jamaica's black liquid gold to capitalize on what is believed to be a $100 billion industry. The Japanese government has legislated that January 9th be proclaimed Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. That date is also being observed in Jamaica. Another strategy aimed at growing the Blue Mountain Coffee brand is the staging in March of the annual Blue Mountain Coffee Festival. It's held in the Blue Mountains on historic grounds in Newcastle. There are also plans to market the brew to over 4 million visitors who grace our shores each year.
We want to get the hotels to buy coffee. We want to make sure that every single passenger that comes on a cruise ship, they leave with a pound or half a pound or 2 pounds or 5 pounds of Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee.
As part of the strategic repositioning of the industry, there's a drive to promote a range of value-added coffee products.
Coffee is very versatile, as you know. So what we do is we actually recycle the coffee grounds and we create an infusion for coffee scrubs. So we actually make 6 different blends with our home roots ingredients. So we have like activated charcoal, cinnamon, oats, raw cane sugar. We've actually just launched a new face mask with kaolin clay, which is an actual natural exfoliator, as well as coffee grounds. Because as you know, caffeine is very good for the skin. It promotes collagen production, oxygen flow within your skin. That really gives you a healthy glow.
The Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association has, in its drive to reposition the brand, embarked on a roadshow. Those in attendance were able to experience cuppings and samplings of Jamaica's world-famous Blue Mountain coffee. The first stop on the roadshow was the Coffee Exposition, held in Boston in April 2019.
We intend as well to do a show in Europe in June as a part of the roadshow, taking Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee to the world. And in September, we'll be in Japan, and in November, we'll be in China.
What is evident is that Jamaica's Blue Mountain coffee has yet to reach its ceiling. As various stakeholders continue to apply innovation and new strategies, we can expect to see our premier coffee product, the Blue Mountain coffee, attaining profitability and excellence. For PBCJ News, I'm Marlon Samuels.